All right, we're out here at Apple Canyon, Northwest Illinois. It's Monday, Memorial Day. Out here getting a quick spin in for the day. Head back tomorrow. We got a reserved campsite. Travon booked it, so we just got here. It's 3:40. There you go. Green on green. Man, it's like 60, I think, but it feels too nice. We got this little campsite. We got trees on the outside of it. We just drove up to it. You can see it's a little trail back there, and that joint goes straight to a lookout. You can see the river, and we can see from the lookout that water is clear. So I'm looking forward to getting down there later, seeing what it's talking about. I'm out here for a few reasons. One, it's a day off. Two, Travon's been hitting it hard pretty recently, so he was already coming out here and just did something else this weekend too. And three, I need to get a shakeout, hike, camp, backpack in before Glacier National Park in June. Make sure I remember how to put this tent together, comfortable with the gear. All right. Definitely got this joint upside down. No worries. Come on. Well, I'm glad I'm doing this now. It's not making no sense when I did the last time. What do I know? I think it's color coded. All right. I think I'm gonna flip it again. I think I had it right the first time. You're supposed to trust your first mind sometimes, I guess. This bad boy clipping in here, boom. And this bad boy clip here. I think I just put this joint through it like that, okay. Sometimes people be talking about slowing down, mostly in relation to analog tools or devices or activities. And it turns into lip service when you don't explain what is the point of that. What do you get from slowing down? Once you just wait a little bit, instead of panicking or what else you're gonna do, I guess you could ask for help too. That'll get the job done easy. Go into Google, you'll get some quick and maybe more accurate. But you ain't build no muscle. You get something quick. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need quick information. But most learning, you're just trying to, the whole point is to lock it in so you can do it again. Like skill development. If you want the skill, probably the best way is to struggle a little bit with it first. Struggle, give you some appreciation for the information. The bag look crazy, bro. You get a glass of water, man. Take a beat. Big ass spider, boy. Move. I think while I figure out what's going on with this tent, I'm just gonna set up in a chair. Maybe eat a piece of candy, you know. Okay. Boom. Is that flap open? That shit did not work. Nice. Number one preparation, deep outdoors for me. My hair gotta go up, bro. My hair's touching all over the ground. Know what I want. Let me tell you something, man. Beautiful day. I think I'll be back to tackle this tent in a second. The way I got this chair, the way the weather is, the way I got candy, the way I got that Slim Jim, and the way I got water, there's no reason to fret. So we are taking down camp. Me and Travon was just talking about I woke up at least 3-4 times. Once at 2 to go to the bathroom across the way. I had to strap on all my gear. Thankfully the bathroom is right there across the street. Reminder to myself to always scope out the bathroom before it get dark, because you go in the dark, you really just hoping and praying that you find that joint. I also found out that a big juicy spider spent the night with me last night. You know, I just seen him when I woke up and I came back from using the bathroom in the morning. He's just fooling in the tent, trying to find a nice dark place to get a little shut eye. But yeah, yesterday I I figured out what was wrong with the back of the tent. Once I showed a little patience, I sat in the seat for a little bit, and I looked from the inside and saw that the corners weren't really stretched out enough. So the top or the pole part looked crazy, and then the front parts were back like that. So I just had to pull the corners up, stretch them properly. So I just took out the stakes and then redid it. It's a prime example of this quote that talks about the story of somebody slowing down and figuring out how to fix something in their car. Not that this is a car, a tent ain't a car, but mechanically, something's just not working. You feel like you already did something. You're like, man, there's nothing else I can do. I think the key thing is, you gotta stop, come back to the problem a little bit. I got us out of the tent. I was like, oh, the corners ain't stretched right. So that was never gonna work. I couldn't tell at the time from the outside. What changed is you get a new perspective on the problem. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Bro's just cooling out. Trying to find somewhere nice and dark to rest. But you cannot come home with me, big boy. That was my roommate for the night. It's one of the things I like about being outside. By nature, most of the time for me, is leisure. So you're really not in a rush to do anything. Not that there's no time constraints. A lot of problem solving you have to do, and most of it is physical. I mean, you use your head to solve it, but it'll be a physical problem. Oh, your tent is, that joint not going, it's not set up properly, or you're missing a clip. Can't have set this tent up more than 5 times. Can't have used it more than 5 times yet. I'm still learning what these clips do. Shoot, even yesterday, I found out how to use this part of the tent, the rain fly. You got this little thing, and you roll your fly back, keep it out the way. It's like keeping the door open. And then boom, you could just grab the little stopper, pull it in this little hook, and then boom, keep your door open. But I wouldn't have found that if I wasn't in a rush. So yesterday we did a couple of trails. Once you head back that way west, you got the river and the Apple River Canyon. A couple of trails, one along the bluff and one just south of the joint. We went down to the river. I got a few looks of it, got some sounds. Water was pretty clear when it was moving. I was surprised. Usually, the farther you move south, the purity of water is going to be declining. We're running through a lot of stuff, but it was super clear here. So we did that, got on the water, right on the edge of it, and then hit the next trail. Well, shoot, we had to come back up, came up there super steep. We kind of created a loop for ourselves. Came down, boom, went on the bluff, walking around, going up and down the river. Get to the edge, about to turn around, but look, there's a trail. It's certainly a trail, but boy, that joint was so steep, I couldn't even imagine coming down it. And we go up, and then had to bushwhack a little bit till we got to the actual trail. So then we came out of the first trail. At that point, it's like a couple cars in the lot. It's a handful of people. We can see fishing on either side of the bridge in the bend of the river. We hit the second one. The flora, way different. The first one, you could tell we were on a bluff. It's moist, a lot of overgrowth. Trees are smaller, steep slopes, obviously. And then on the other one, remind me of California, you got tall trees, you got more squirrels, more rabbits. Before you get out in the woods, these squirrels and rabbits out here, they're well fed. Some big juicy mugs. One thing I like in particular is pine, smell of pine, the dead needles on the ground. That's what we saw first thing when we got onto the second trail. Both were challenging. We did both 2.5, 3 miles with the elevation. We got our money's worth. We came out the second one. We go up to that same bend where people were parked and fishing before, and it's hella birds, and they're perched up on this lip of the bridge like bats. So we would check that out, and then I was like, yeah, I'm about to go dip my toes in the water. So we go to the other side of the bridge, around where people are fishing at. And I step in there. I didn't have my Crocs, so I just had to raw dog that one. I don't know when my feet gonna get more attuned to that. I guess it was worth it, but that hurt. Travon got the Rolls Royce set up for camping. We had the fire, we had the projector. Somehow with less skips than you would get at home. We had the Wolves Thunder game and a freeze-dried meal. And once that sun went down, I started getting tired and went off to sleep. Now, again, I'm fine right now. We'll see how I am later, but boy, slept terrible. Woke up 3 and 4 times. And then the rest of the times, my sinuses were just terrible. Could not breathe out of my nose at all. 5 a.m., you wake up with the birds, go back to sleep. Here we are, packing up camp. I gotta take this call in a few, and then we'll be back on the road. Another camping trip in the books.